Ja, in this video we're going to do a review of my game week 1. In total I scored 66 points, which is 12 points above average. The average number of points was 54. Now we start with the goalkeeper. Sanchez did a very good job. He had a clean sheet. Not only a clean sheet, but he had 1 bonus point. And he had 4 saves, which gives him an extra point. So in total it's 8 points. So that was a very good clean sheet for Sanchez from Chelsea. The second goalkeeper was Dubravka on the bench. At least he played 90 minutes, so he's a good second goalkeeper. He played 90 minutes for Burnley, 2 points, but that's okay. At least my second goalkeeper will start. Now Murillo from Nottingham Forest only got 2 points. It was a bit disappointing because Nottingham Forest was 3-0 in front. But then all of a sudden Brentford didn't get many chances, but they get a penalty. So Brentford got a late penalty, 3-1, which cost me 4 points. That was the Nottingham Forest did declare the clean sheet because of the penalty from Brentford. The same happened in the match of Everton. Everton was 0-0 against Leeds United after 82 minutes, something like that. And then Leeds United had a penalty from a handball from Tarkowski. This again cost me 4 points. So a late goal, a late penalty. But Tarkowski got 4 points because he had 15 defensive actions, which is massive. He had 15 defensive actions. And that's why if you get 10 defensive actions or more, you get 2 extra points. So you get 4 points. And I think Tarkowski is that kind of player who will get a lot of points from defensive actions. Because I watched the match Leeds United Everton, and Everton was absolutely dreadful in that match. But the worse the team plays, the more points, the more defensive actions you have to make, and you will make. So I think Tarkowski plays for Everton in a very poor team, and I think he will get a lot of points from defensive actions. 15 against Leeds United, which is certainly not the best team in the world, but even then he gets 15 defensive actions, which was quite amazing. Now Richards did very well for Crystal Palace. They did very well, 0-0, 6 points or 4 points for a clean sheet. So I can't complain about my defenders and the goalkeeper. They did very, very well. In fact, 20 points for 4 players is very, very good. But we have to say that not many goals this weekend, only 24, and there were 9 teams with a clean sheet. That must be a long time that it happened. That 9 teams in the Premier League have a clean sheet. That was massive. Normally, on average, is maybe 4 or 5. So it was a paradise for defenders and goalkeepers. And even on the bench, he had Goodmanson on the bench, had 9 points. Clean sheet. I think he was man of the match. He played very well, by the way. He was a left back defender, very offensive. He played a very good match. Estefan van Burnley had 1 point, but he played the full 90 minutes. Now in midfield, I was happy with Anderson. I think he has 6 points, but I think I was quite happy with that. He had 1 assist, and he had 1 bonus point. He had almost 12 defensive actions. I think he had 11 defensive actions. As a midfielder, you need 12 defensive actions to get 2 extra points. And he was on 11. It was a bit unlucky. But the next time, against probably also stronger opponent, he will do, against Crystal Palace they play, he will get maybe 12 defensive actions or more. The stronger the opponent is, the more chance on defensive actions. But I was happy with Anderson, 6 points, was good. For a 5.5 midfielder. Now Salah, in my opinion, played a very poor match against Bournemouth. He was ghosting the whole match, he did everything wrong. But Salah is Salah, and Salah is a kind of a player, if he scores, is almost always in the last 15 minutes. That's why the trainer keeps him in the team. He doesn't substitute Salah, but Salah, how many times he scored in extra time, I can't count it anymore. Against Bournemouth was going forward, making, trying to make the equalizer, the 3-3, and Salah took full advantage of that. There was a lot of space, and he made a 4-2. Apart from that, he was ghosting. He got 8 points, but because of the goal he got 5 points and 1 bonus point. 8 points, 16 points because he was my captain. Now the star of the week for me was Semenyo, of course. 2 goals. He played an excellent match. He was everybody. He was very involved into the match. Got 3 chances. He made 2 goals. The second goal was brilliant. The rush over the whole pitch was brilliant. Yeah, the problem with Semenyo is always he's a bit of a hit and miss. He misses a lot of chances, but against Liverpool he made 2 goals from 3 chances, so he did very well. And if you can score 2 goals at Anfield Road against Liverpool, more to come from Semenyo. So I was quite happy with Semenyo. But he is a bit of a hit and miss. Maybe next week, maybe he doesn't score now for 4 or 5 weeks. You never know. He's a bit of a hit and miss. But I was happy with him. 15 points. Now Cole Palmer, 3 points. A clean sheet, but he didn't score, no assist. Bit disappointing, but against Crystal Palace is a very tough opponent, very well organized, and I think that we will see a lot more of Cole Palmer. And Florian Wirtz had only 2 points, but I don't think he played bad. I think he played quite well. He's a very creative player. His link-up play with other players like AKTK and Gakpo is very, very good. I think he will make his goals and he will have his assists. Just be a little bit more patient with Florian Wirtz, but he's a very good player. Now in front I had Pedro, who didn't score, no assist, 2 points, but that happens with centre forwards. I don't think he was really involved into the match, but okay, that happens. But I will keep him. But he was substituted after 72 minutes. There's something to keep an eye on by Liam Delap. Now Watkins played the whole match, 90 minutes. He didn't score, but at least he played 90 minutes. And as long as he plays 90 minutes, he will score his goals. I'm not too worried about that. Marguyo was on the bench, but he didn't play for Sunderland. But the problem is there is no 4.5 forward who played this game week and had a bit of an impact. I think that. So that's. You don't see 4.5 forwards normally who will start for their team. So I had 60. I was happy with the first week. Almost every player started the match except Guyu, but I accept that he's the third bench player, so nothing to worry about that. At this moment, I'm not planning any transfer. I think I keep my team, save my transfers for later. Game week 3, game week 4, when we have more information. The transfer window is still open and there will be still a lot of transfers to come. So be aware of that. If you don't have to do a transfer, don't do a transfer. The transfer window is still open till the 1st of September. So that was the end of the video. I did a review of my game week 1.